beautiful rising, beautiful skies, all of you amazing people. Definitely, definitely, need to breathe. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of thinking of some, when it comes to children, you know, the best way for me to describe this is to speak from within, you know, coming from my inner child. Yes, children do need direction, right? Children do need direction. We got that. But to better direct a child, you have to get to know them, okay? They came here through you, but it's not your job to mold them. They're gonna become them. They're gonna grow. You have to get to know children before you direct them. Me as a child, I always felt like, just like I came into this world and everybody just started directing me. You know what I'm saying? Well, nobody ever really took the time to get to know who I was, to better understand how to direct me. It's very, I guess when I was young, I didn't understand the emotions that came with that. But as an adult, realizing that it was frustration when it came to somebody who just automatically knew who, what, and when, and where I was supposed to or going to be in life. Not understanding that I came here, and the craziest part about it is I knew why I was here when I got here, right? But because of direction, I grew into being fearful of who I was. Like, you kind of put you behind. You kind of leave yourself hanging. You know, that's the best way for me to describe it. I left myself hanging for a long time, to the point where I was even afraid to communicate with my inner child, to communicate with myself, to nurture myself. And it's just, it's okay to, the best thing that you can be for your child is yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself fully. Because unfortunately, I wouldn't say unfortunately, but I would say that your child probably knows you more than you know them. Why I say that is because as a child, I paid attention to everything, right? I'm watching you, I pay attention, I'm learning, I'm trying to understand different things with myself, with other people, with emotions and all that. And most of the time, the adults that were trying to direct me, I always felt as a kid that a lot of the adults that were trying to direct me needed direction themselves, if that makes sense. And it doesn't mean, like, you know, when I speak like this, I'm not saying that people, you know, are bad people or niggas ain't do a good job with me and shit like that. What I will say is, I know that somewhere, you know, before I got here, before maybe my mom, before maybe my grandma and all that, somewhere down history, something happened that caused a disconnection with nature and self to the point where now you like kind of come into the world with the program, and that's not what we here for. That's not what we here for at all. And it's time that we be more mindful of ourselves, you know. We kind of like tend to go off of what we see in other people. We see everybody else. But I'm going to tell you when shit get real. It's when you start to see yourself. When you start to see yourself, and I mean taking accountability, because nobody can make you anything. You are too powerful for that. Nobody can make you anything. And most of us ignore our first mind. Don't ignore yourself. Don't ignore yourself. Be patient with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we like everything is just like it's a rush. You know what I'm saying? Life is just you ain't got. Don't rush. Don't rush. Embrace your moments. Embrace your time. The most valuable thing that you have is your time. And what you do with it matters. Who you spend it with matters. Where you go with your time. Who you with your time. It matters. So, it's time to self-reflect. It's okay to see what's going on around you. But it becomes clear when you see yourself. When you start with yourself. And if you can see yourself, you can see the world. You can see everything. You can see life. And it's so much deeper than just me simply saying that. To see yourself means to see everything. Think about that. To see yourself is to see everything. Love yourself. It's okay to make mistakes. We adults make mistakes. It's okay for kids to make mistakes. The fortunate thing about you adults is I can imagine, because if this how it's supposed to go, like if you know every time you mess up or certain shit because you know better, you're supposed to get your ass whooped, right? But that's how it's a cultural thing or something. Like I don't get it. Wherever y'all got that shit from, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. But I can imagine the ass whoopings that'll be going on with some of us adults. Just imagine every time you made a mistake, every time you dropped something, every time somebody just yelled at you, set you in the corner and whoop your ass. A lot of y'all adults who don't respond, y'all responded now to as an adult. Can you imagine if some of the things that was happening to you as a kid, would you still say it worked? Because some of y'all still need your ass whipped if that's the case. Because it didn't work. Think about that.